We are going to the place where I had my abortion, which is now a crisis pregnancy center. I am looking forward to, once again, the enemy being defeated by the opportunity that I have to go back to this place to just pray a prayer of repentance, a prayer of blessing over this place. I was raised in a first-generation Christian home. My parents assumed we were going to know and live what's right. At the age of 19, I actually found myself pregnant. Then I found myself pregnant again at the age of 21. It was very rough for my parents, and I just took that as rejection. I found myself pregnant again. One of my biggest fears was, how am I going to support 3 children on my own? I was hardly surviving then, and I'm thinking, how am I going to do this? Finally, I went to an abortion clinic. The enemy was just in my mind saying, you have to go through with this. They're not going to let you leave. And I just sat there and sobbed. And then it was all over. I stood up, I wiped those tears from my eyes, and I vowed to myself that I would never cry again. I felt so dirty. I just came to the end of myself, and I just called out to the Lord, and I'm like, Lord, I have made such a mess of my life. I surrendered. My dearest Jeremiah, oh, how I long to see your smile. I know that the Lord has you and is loving you with all that He is. I want you to know how sorry I am for taking your life. And although I've done such a terrible thing, I love you with all of my heart. I have so many regrets, so many things that I want to say but can't put them into words. I'm anxiously awaiting to see you and meet you one day. I saw a commercial on TV from SVPS asking for volunteers and met with the director at the Ephrata location at that time. She asked me, have you ever had an abortion? And I shared with her that I had an abortion, and all those years that I didn't cry, all those tears just came out, and they were just streaming down my face. As I went through the post-abortion Bible study, I felt like I could finally share my deepest secrets. And I'll tell you what, there's something about doing it as a group. You realize you're not the only one who feels that way, and it's actually comforting to know that you're not alone. One of the ways that Jesus really revealed Himself to me was I embraced His unfailing love for me. Knowing that He loved me, He forgave my sins, and He chose to remember them no more. I began to develop a trust that I never had because I knew that He was a safe place, that He was a place of refuge. So the enemy held me in bondage to thinking, you're always going to have to live with this guilt and shame. That is a lie from the pit of hell. He died for that. So why would we continue to take it back? The Lord desires for you to walk in spiritual wholeness, to walk in that freedom, to walk in that liberty, and to live a more excellent way.